Stream has begun, so hello and welcome in. I am Ink Knight, and I'm joined here by Black Templar and Pirate Joe once again.
Yes. Painful suffering.
No.
Yes.
Oh man. And yeah, we are doing the week 7 or 8 analysis. I can't remember which one. I think it's 8. Yeah, 8, 8, 8.
It's 8.
Eight.
Yeah. Bit tired, not gonna lie. And we
That
had
just happened before this, but it's only 2. We can describe what happened with that.
yeah, they literally just played the match after the week rolls. Oh, it's not even really the week rolls. It just so happened everyone plays early, and it's like,
Well,
oh,
to be fair,
I can play it.
one of them literally just happened like minutes ago, like ended minutes ago anyway.
Fair enough. Well, but before we
10,
start with
20.
those matches, let's go ahead and get started with last week's matches.
Starting from the top.
Obviously, or we can start from the bottom this time if you want to.
In a completely unsurprising turn of events, the Dark Elves have once again decided, you know what, I quite like living, and have not died.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate, but there is 2 injuries there that are missing next game.
Still, it's better than literally any other injury they
Yeah,
could have done.
it's better than a death or a stat down, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, which is annoying. They've had a charmed life. Has he ever had? Has he like? He's only had like 1 or 2 actual proper injuries of a player who's like, all right, this guy I need to fire now.
I don't think so. I think he's gotten a death for his witch elf, but he rolled the apothecary and was successful.
I think. Thinking about it, the only real painful suffering he had was up against me. I actually got a stat down on one of his guys, I believe,
But didn't he
in
apothecary?
my first match. No, he didn't have an apothecary because it was the first match.
Yeah, that team has become fairly strong.
And because of that, he had 1 guy he had to fire. And I think that's literally the only kind of issue he ever had. And the rest of his players are just like, hey, we're perfectly fine.
Indeed.
Yep.
So basically, he's not had any sort of proper burial that he kind of needs. Because, I mean, come on, elves. Bloody elves.
Bloody elves. Yeah, I think we all want them to die.
Honestly, he's been running away with this league for too long. He has not lost a single match.
Yeah. Hopefully I can end it for this
Not the
upcoming
only
week.
one.
But
Oh, don't worry.
we'll go into it later.
Honestly, I wish he was ahead in. Like, I wish I was playing him later because if I could, painful suffering.
You'll get a lot of inducements too if you play later.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I kind of hope he remains in first place because I'm going up against him if he's in first place.
Yep.
And well,
Exactly. Heck. I love chainsaws. Chainsaws are great.
yeah.
Hey,
So are
Rocky.
foulings.
Yeah.
8-man fouls.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty brutal. Oh man. Well, good job, Cypher, not getting completely stomped
Right.
on and getting destroyedly outnumbered by scores. I mean,
It would be worse.
yeah, and he has some
Certainly could be
decent.
better.
He has some decent
Oh,
SPP, so not too bad. Let's move on to Rats versus the Ogres.
Yep, this was my match, and I think
Rats.
I think you can safely say that the Skaven had a bad time.
Yeah, but they could have had a worse
but-
time, and they still won against you.
Yes, they still won one, but it was very close.
There's an old saying. There's an old saying. Won the battle, Joe, but you lost the war.
You won the battle,
I mean,
lost the war.
I don't care. I've already stated multiple times, I genuinely do not care.
You're playing ogres.
About-
You're playing to make sure that the other team is having a bad time.
Pretty much. I don't. I mean, if I win, that's a cherry on top
Exactly.
of a cake of despair. But I don't care if I lose.
It's kind of the same with
I mean-
goblins or halflings. You're playing just to screw with the enemy team. If you
Pretty
win,
much.
good. If you lose, I mean, I'm playing
I
this
mean,
team.
to be fair, I like killed half of his team, or at least injured half of his team.
Yeah, and it is Skaven, so
Oh, the
they
hell
are
these
going to
teams
injure really
left
quickly.
walking was beyond me.
Like
Yeah.
the thing is, I kind of got a bit screwed, or at least he got extremely lucky because I believe what ended up happening was he just got stupid luck because I believe the worst injury he had was a miss next game.
Yeah.
Like, I injured half of his team, and all of the time it was just, oh, it's just badly hurt. Oh, badly hurt, badly hurt, badly hurt.
And here's the thing, too. Like, he's got a strength up for his gutter runner, and now he has a rat ogre. So those two loners going to be online is going to actually be somewhat helpful. He's starting to build his team back up.
To be honest, one of the most funny moments of that match, though, just because of how stupid it was when he decided to foul a happy childhood at the end of the match, just like as a final fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually did that. I don't know really what to say about that other than, why? I mean, if you're trying to just kill the guy, I mean,
let's be fair. Turn 16 fouls. Well, yes, it sucks. And
look! I'm perfectly fine with a turn 16 foul,
but here's the thing: I'm not gonna lie. I love fouls and whatnot.
On a Noblar.
Yeah, I would have actually tried to do it on an ogre if I could. But I guess since he didn't have the option, I guess a Noblar was his only other choice, right?
I mean, I can understand why, but it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, it is kind of weird.
Honestly, it would have been hilarious if he got sent off doing that because, well, obvious thing is obvious.
But let's move on with some humans versus the Wood Elves.
This match can be summed up with one word. That's a leg that you just. There's a leg there. Why? You're supposed to dodge that. Oh, you're already on the ground. Oh, okay then.
Yeah, Ben's been having.
There's a word I would sum it up. I would say Nuffle just had a field day on poor Ben. I mean, to credit to Ronki, he did everything right. It's just Nuffle was just giving Ben the royal boot.
And look at the
SPP.
SPP.
Mean, a diamond-crusted boot.
Literally, that match can just be summed up with the picture of a wood with that little gif of a wood elf just being tackled as they try to dodge. That is literally that match in a nutshell.
Yeah, Ben's been having some horrible luck this season. I don't know what's going on.
I honestly almost feel bad for what I'm going to do to him.
Oh gosh. Maybe that time Nuffle will change around. I don't know.
Hey, I could use some more despair. Could always use more despair.
I think you just go awful with the despair, don't you?
Yeah. What?
Either way, rolls wise, Ronki had average for regular dice, and Ben did a lot of rolls, had a lot of sixes. He did okay
and
for
also
rolls
a lot
wise.
of ones.
Yeah, well, 32 ones, but 43 sixes on really. That's actually above average.
I mean, yeah, it's above average, but then you see 10 failures on the dodge.
Oh yeah, his dodge is crap.
Yeah,
literally
I don't know how that
everything
happened.
else. Yeah, this is fine. Dodging. Nope, you can't do that.
Either way, well, Ben still has.
I think it's funny that it's
word
actually
answers,
like a. I find it funny that it's actually a 66% failure rate, though, because that is literally average for. Literally, that is just the average. Like, if you were to go to perfect averages, the average dodge success rate of every team that doesn't have Agility 4. Every team that has Agility 3. And I find that hilarious.
Yeah, he's been getting crap for dodges this entire season. Not just this game, this entire season. Ben's, ugh. I'm sorry,
yeah,
man.
But it definitely has been bad, but this was definitely particularly bad in the whole cannot dodge to save their life.
Yeah, it's been horrible.
It was bad.
Either way, well, speaking of bad, I wish there was more dead high elves in this next match, but there wasn't. Bright, what happened?
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to sum this up with Bright. This match was not about punching. This was about who could score the most touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, it was a high-scoring game. I'm
Bright,
not gonna lie.
Bright, you said to me that you were going to kill an injured. I didn't see it, buddy. You lied.
You got
and now you will pay the price.
You got a few stuns and what, 2, 3, maybe 4 KOs at best. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it, bub. You're kicked out of the Killing Elves team. You're kicked out of the Killing Elves League because guess what? we're disappointed with your results.
We're
You've been sacked.
disappointed with your results.
Please
Oh,
take your
man.
things. Please take the things on your desk.
I am not gonna
No
lie
more elf
though.
killing for you.
Diaphil, he has a lot of ones though. A lot of ones. That's 44
Yeah.
ones. That is a lot.
I mean, it
Ugh.
doesn't really matter if you can just re-roll them.
Fair enough, but still, that's
like
ugh.
roll with a skill. I mean,
Yeah.
basically, it's the classic thing of like the dice don't really show the true picture. You could have a match where you roll everything. You can roll just a million sixes, but if you constantly roll ones to pick up the ball or actually do stuff that's important to winning the game, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but still. Looking at the dice, I know how games work, I assure you. But yeah, a lot of armor breaks is nothing worthwhile. I'm disappointed
That
with
actually kind of sums up my match too.
you. Either way, it was a good game. It was a close, high-scoring game, so yeah, that's good to see. Especially for Lizardman, but either way. Next thing up is the Goth Clan versus some Amazons. Orcs.
Just like the last time Amazons went up against orcs.
I actually
Orcs
watched
lost.
this one. I'll actually watch this
Just
one.
like the last time, right?
Um,
Just like the last time, Gladiator and
Gladiator.
what was the guy's name again?
You talk Eternal?
It was
And I
down in
wasn't
you.
Amazons.
I'm talking about I mean, I'm talking about like the old your match, the guy who's playing the Zons, Gorilla, what
Gojira.
Gojira, yeah.
Jira.
Just like the last time you and Gojira fought, you lost.
I didn't lose against Gojira. I tied.
No, I'm talking about Bright. Not Bright. Apparently my brain is not working. I meant Black.
Oh yeah, there you go. Black. Yeah, he did lose last time against Gojira. And I'm not gonna lie, Black.
To be,
I saw your match. I actually did watch this match. You were playing defensive. You should have got a touchdown a little bit earlier. Now, yes, I understand your perspective and your strategy on it, but Amazons and how they're playing and how they had to get around you, they'll have to dodge, weave. It'll take at least 3 to 4 turns for them to get another touchdown. Let's be honest. Especially on how great you were playing the first half with defense. You were playing really good. And then they just took the ball from you, throw it, and outran you pretty much. I say you should have gotten a touchdown earlier. That would have made it a tie.
Yeah, I could have, but I wasn't 100% sure because, like I said, I was starting the field, something was not right. Nuffle was gonna screw me over, and
he definitely did. Yeah, you should have got a touchdown when you could have. At least a couple turns in when you started seeing some pressure from Amazons. Because those guard girls, man, oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're kind of scary.
Yeah.
Then again, Amazons are generally scary.
Yeah. Either way, you did all right for defense. You did some decent stuff. Of course, besides scoring.
Ouch.
But your dice wasn't that bad. I mean, you didn't roll much dice at all. Locks, oh my gosh, you actually did amazing. And he didn't. He had a lot of skulls.
I was. Yeah, but apparently Ronky's calling you out, Joe.
What did he say?
Gojira is the Japanese name of Godzilla. Do you not know this, you weeb?
Oh.
That's what he said.
Whatever. My English is not working.
Yeah, his English is not working, to be fair,
Dad.
Ronky. He is not working today. His English is not working at all today, sir. You probably didn't say that correct.
I mean, I did injure.
Either way, what'd you say, Black?
I did injure some of his players though.
Were they lasting injuries?
One was, the others were all badly hurt.
So you did do a little bit of damage to him. That's always good to see.
Also, I find it funny Romkey called me a weeb, considering, Wait, I just saw him saying, I failed at weaving. I must finish Sudoku.
let's talk about the train wreck that happened between the Amber Knights and the Midgar Raiders. That was a
Yeah.
train wreck.
You know what I'm just gonna say? I think a certain someone solidifying himself as the league's punching bag.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think he's truly
Yeah.
embraced despair at this point.
I think Johnny's
He
main
has to
goal is
have.
not to be the worst player in the league. I think that's his main goal right now.
Honestly, he might win just in the virtue of the fact that I'm actually playing ogres.
Well, we did say that with a few other things now, didn't we? And that still didn't happen.
I'm honestly surprised at how badly Maz is doing.
Yeah, Maz is doing garbage, isn't he? But
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in a second. Blocks, not really good for Amber Knights. Johnny did okay for blocks, too. Just his injury rolls were just not as good, nowhere near as good. And the SPP shows it. Oh, man. But he did get 2 injuries against him.
Like I said, it was a train wreck.
A train wreck.
Choo choo, all aboard the failure train.
Kill some Norse in the process.
Honestly, I think a train wreck works, but what also works is a car crash in slow motion.
Oh, gosh.
You just can't look away.
I know if people's
It's
watching the
too nice.
stream, if you chat into Discord, I can't see your comments.
I can. So let's see here. What has people said in Discord? Sudoku. That's it. That and also the little comic of committing Sudoku.
Okay. Nothing's, I mean, that's completely stupid. Okay. Let's talk about Maz now. And his loss against the werewolves of other undead.
I mean, gonna be honest, it's kind of funny. But really, what really screwed him was how he lost both of his ball carriers, both the ghouls. That kind of didn't help.
No, probably didn't.
I kind of feel that, you know, Maz's playstyle when he was facing against the Necromancers, he was a bit too timid. He wasn't going balls to the walls.
I hope that matters for
I mean,
It's a bit of his problem.
personally, like just on a personal preference, I think that the Necromantic team is a better overall team than the Undead, but he should have. I feel he should have did better than what he did, but
Eternal, I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
Honestly,
I'm not
it wasn't a
stupid.
great. Honestly, it wasn't a great match, to be honest. It wasn't a great match, but the one thing for Maz is, I mean, he did inflict 4 injuries, which was pretty good, but unfortunately, they weren't what I would call long-lasting. That makes any sense to you, gentlemen?
Yeah, they really weren't. I mean, yeah, they got rid of it, but his playing wasn't as on par to the Necromantic team, which paid back by taking out his ball carriers.
yep.
I mean, the ball possession shows he had more overall, but yet he doesn't have any scores. That means he just moved up one space in turn, pretty much. That doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, could be
Alrighty.
better. Let's move
Yeah,
on.
So, okay then. I just want to say before we continue,
Okay.
you're welcome for winning this.
Yeah, you did help me out. I'm not gonna lie.
I literally handed that match to you on a silver platter.
Well-
I killed what? Like I like knocked out at least. I know I got one of his.
You took out all
One
his
of his,
skilled beastmen and his
knight.
minotaur.
Yeah, I got his Minotaur. I got one of his Chaos Knights, and I got one of his skilled Beastmen.
No, he had all of his Chaos Knights, and he actually fired his minotaur and rehired him, so he can fight me. And then I
Wow.
got rid of his minotaur like within the
Yeah.
first 3 turns by fouling him.
Just ouch. It was just ouch.
Yeah. To be honest, that match was a pure train wreck for poor Pig Dog. I gotta admit, it was a bit of a train wreck.
And he could not bring down a Gaba with Blodge. Oh man.
You gotta love it when they end up just failing to hurt this one guy in particular.
And it's a goblin at that. I think that's great. I just think it's great. Oh man. And I mean the dice rolls, they're about average. I have a lot more ones than anything else, obviously. And he did okay. he had, yeah, his rolls for dice wasn't bad overall by looking at it. Block dice, he had more skulls, and I had more pals, so that also makes a difference. But I didn't really injure anything besides the Minotaur, which is going to miss next game. That's about it. I was thinking my claw was going to do a little more work than what they did, but they didn't. Either way, that's Bitzol. We can move on to this week's on who people have played so far.
Well, in a continuing trend, certain someone lost.
Yeah, Maz did.
Yes.
You know, honestly, at this rate, I find it kind of funny. He has had 4 draws and 4 losses. I mean, it's not as bad as me with my 5 losses, but I at least have a draw and a win.
To be fair on Maz, right? To be fair on Maz, he lost his 2 ghouls. That was the giggles up for him, right?
Yeah.
However, I have to question his tactics with the ghouls. Getting them into a fight is not the best way to go about it.
I mean, it's perfectly
It
fine
wasn't.
to get them in a fight if you're, say, a necromantic team who doesn't really rely on them to be the ball carriers. But, yeah, getting them into a fight generally is not the best idea.
Yeah, they get targeted and punchy, death.
I mean, they definitely can be very good in a pinch as
Oh,
like
definitely.
mobile like blockers on a team like necromantic, but when they're your dedicated ball carrier, like when they're on surprise a undead team, it's generally ill-advised to do so because they're going to be targeted a lot more than they would be if you're on a necromantic team.
A little tip from Maz: you need to
True.
buy a lot more ghouls, man. At least have 4 on the team. I'm being serious.
Yeah, that's one of the things you have that like is an advantage. You can buy so many of the bloody things.
Exactly. And
Have
ghouls
some
are pretty
reserves.
good. Yeah, exactly. Especially on ghouls. Not so many zombos. Zombos are great. Zombros are great. But man, you gotta have the reserve for your ball
Zombos
carrier.
are great as being a wall, but a wall doesn't get you the ball.
No, it don't. And they're good at
True.
fouling. Let's be honest. They're one of the best foulers in the game.
I mean, let's be honest. The best fouler is clearly the Snotling.
Yeah, they are because they're so cheap, and if they get fired up, okay, I got another one. Oh man. But yeah, could have done better. And Pig Dog, good
Next
job, man,
match.
getting another victory. Good
Oh,
job on that.
yeah. Next match.
This is the
If
one
you're
y'all want
fine
to
with
punch.
moving on.
I don't mind. I know y'all want to punch freaking Eternal in the face right now. So I'll let you go
This
ahead and
is-
speak about it and
this is-
talk about it.
I'm just saying this flat out here. Their name is now a lie. It is officially a lie. They are now officially worse than humans.
Oh man.
Now, to those who didn't know about this match, all I could say is this: Die and Ronki for 3 turns, and you can back me up on this, Joe. Rolled double skulls.
Yep, they did.
Well, I mean, it did happen with me and Romkey.
He just rolled. He had a critical existence failure. Both sides did. There was like
Was
3 or
hilarious.
5 double skulls. And the best part was, it was like, oh, this is a both down and a skull. I'm gonna re-roll this. Oh, hey, you see that? Those are 3 1s. Well, technically 3 if you count the skull from before, but still. In total, that is a lot of 1s.
That reminds me of freaking the 4
Yep.
skulls with
And then
with
to add
Gojira.
and to add further insult to injury, and the most funniest part, at turn 17, Ronki got a blitz that helped him get the 2nd touchdown.
Yeah,
That was hilarious.
it was just the icing and cherry on top of the despair cake. Ronki
Yeah.
is doing good in essentially following in my example,
Following my example.
except in a
was
very, very
hilarious.
different way. Oh, also, he
By
snapped,
winning.
Iron Man to death.
Oh!
Iron Man got snapped, but then they used the time stone.
Aw.
Yeah.
And by
Fireman-
time stone, I mean the apothecary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he did a good job bashing his team.
I want to see more deaths here. Romkey?
I know, like, he got a lot of KOs.
Romkey?
And the 3 injuries he inflicted didn't do anything. The one meaningful injury he actually did, the death, yeah, that just got erased.
Yeah.
Still, on the bright side, the elf team lost, so there's that at least. And also, we can forever mock their team name.
Yeah, we
because it's
can.
a lie.
That is great. But dude, this High Elf team is becoming, they are a very like high team value team now.
It
They
could
have
be
a-
worse. They could be the Dark Elves.
Well, the Dark Elves, they're not high value right now until they get the 2 guys back. And the Dark Elves, they are undefeated. So that is something else to consider.
Yeah, but still, you know what this means? Next match?
Maybe. I get to fight the Dark Elves. It really depends on what I choose against them. How much team value or how much stuff I'm gonna get against him? I don't think it's gonna be much. I got 1290. He has 1340, so I'm gonna get at least a 50k. So at least a Bloodweiser Babe. I'm not gonna get on Chainsaw. I don't have enough money. But my team is not horrible. It's not the best thing against Dark Elves, obviously, but it's not the worst team.
You know what's fun though? The reason why I bring out is because you know what's happening in after next week. Like after the match this week, and after the match next week, I'm going up against him. You know how low my team value is.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a lot of spells and explosives. I can tell you that much.
Indeed.
To be honest, you know what I think would be the main man for your team, actually, Glad? It'll be, Grenada? Or Grenada? How do you
Grenadier?
pronounce that one? That little goblin.
Grenadier.
Grenadier. He'll be a main man. He'll be a main man because of dive tackle, because
Yeah.
if you can dive tackle the living crap out of his team, that could really be a hard job for him.
And that's my Blodging Gobbo, too. So, yeah, he is definitely a big player for Goblins-wise on my team. And my Troll has Strong Arm still. And I can outstrength him on the line.
You know that it's kind of funny, and yet at the same time, it's kind of sad. Like, just why? Just why?
Biased commentators. Wait, no. I mean, I can't do nothing about my commentating. I'm always going to be biased because it's my team. But everyone else...
Look.
I mean, let's be...
The thing is, you're gonna lose. You're gonna
Probably.
lose.
Probably.
But the point that we're making here is that, oh boy, they're gonna bring a lot of pain.
I'm going to try.
Hopefully we can drive that team. Hopefully we can drive that team value right down to the ground.
I hope I could try to get some team value against him down.
To be honest, it's all going to boil down to, in my honest opinion, 3 things. 1, how well can Glad survive like the initial onslaught or hurt him? That's 1. 2, how lucky is he at his throwing? Because we all know you're going to throw a gobble. Come on, it's
Probably.
going to do that once in a while.
I mean, let's be honest. It's almost as. I mean, I know it's my shtick, but he's been stealing it as of late. So honestly, it's kind of expected at this point.
And 3 is who gets the first, who gets the kickoff first in the first half. That could be crucial.
Honestly, the way I see it, it could. Honestly, I think that this is obviously weighted more towards the elves, but he could do a decent chunk of damage, to be perfectly honest. I mean, if he does his proper foulings, like at the right moment, he can actually do some pain. And he's going to be able to actually buy some inducements, and if he decides to dip into his own cash, he could possibly get a bribe or something.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Well,
8.
he might do, because you got to remember he's got to.
Wait a second.
He's got to get a loner.
I'm actually the Dark Elf's gonna get a loner, so that's gonna be an extra 70k. So 50k plus 70k is gonna be 100. Yeah, it's gonna be 120. I could get a bribe. I could even get a chainsaw, because a chainsaw is just another extra 10.
Here's a bit of advice.
Do I want a chainsaw? Maybe not.
All right, chainsaw is 130 feet, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, because I was thinking,
if
it was cheap enough, you could possibly just decide, you know what, screw this guy in particular, bribe, chainsaw, we're going all matched in.
Well,
I would say the chainsaw might be more worth it, because if you look at his team, he's got a lot of blocks, he's got a lot of dodge. I think you need something that's going to go straight through their armor and really give them a royal headache.
I mean, let me say this here, if you actually do get the chainsaw, go for the Witch Elf. Go for the Witch Elf.
Yeah. Well, I know how to use chainsaws. I think probably out of everyone in this league, we can easily say that I know how to use a chainsaw.
Yeah, we
Easy.
remember Batman. Even if I wasn't a part of that league, we remember Batman. To serve on the night. My parents are dead.
Oh. Yeah. So, I mean, a chainsaw is viable. I could choose that. There's a lot of things that I can definitely grab from, try to think what I can do. But obviously, we have to wait and see until the match begins, obviously. So, let's go ahead and see what you think for the score.
I think it's going to be a 3-1.
Oh, really? That bad?
You already know whose side I'm going for in this, as much as I hate to say it.
Dark Elves, obviously.
I'm
on the
going
bright side, we might just jinx him, because that's the thing we do.
Apparently so, right?
I would say a 2. I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
A 2-2
That's a
draw.
surprising pick.
Okay. That's fair enough. Well, heck,
That's very hopeful of you. I'm not a fan of that, I'll have you know.
question though, how many
glad we're
really
all good.
decent people has the Dark Elves fought? He fought Eternal, but Eternal doesn't know how to really use elves that great, even though he's been doing fairly decent. He's fought Bright. He came from
He
season
fought
1.
me,
He fought you, but you're using ogres.
fair enough. But he did fight Bright, and Bright was actually had a proper team with even tackle. I know they're slow to build up, but still.
And he tied with
Against-
Oathmaster.
Oathmaster is like a decent player.
Yeah,
from
he's a
what we've
decent
seen.
player, but from what me and Black watched, it could have been a lot better from both sides on that game.
To be honest, like, he's kind of just... It's been half and half. He's not exactly faced any of the really good players or really good teams, but, like, still, he's definitely shown he's skilled. And
No, yeah,
obviously-
Malt. I can tell you right now, he is definitely skilled. Maybe not the best player of all time, and he's done fantastic with Dark Elves. Now, I'm not gonna lie, he's done really good with them. But yeah, he's got to fight me. He's got to still fight Black. He's got to still fight Gojira, and
He's also still has to fight... oh, wait, you already mentioned Black.
yeah,
He also has to fight Ben.
yeah. And granted, I don't know how great that would be, but
That's
Also,
not going to be a match.
another
That's
fun
gonna
thing.
be a
Another
mugging.
fun thing. He's also going to have to fight Johnny.
well, that's gonna be easy. Let's be honest.
He also has yet to fight Maz as well. So there's that.
Yeah, but either way.
He hasn't gone off. He hasn't exactly gone against the easiest pickings yet either. So don't just count him out because of that.
Oh, I know. I definitely respect Malt and his skills. I mean, I do that with almost every opponent when I start, and then I try to pick them down. That's with any player I fight. But let's continue on with Oathmaster versus the Sterling Stitches.
I think we already know how this is gonna end.
Well,
Yeah. To be honest, if the Stone and Stitches manage to get through the armor quick enough, I think they could control the game. But to be honest, I'm seeing this one to be the Amber Knights to win.
I
They
don't
don't
know.
have. They have like a decent amount of players, sure, but they don't have the level ups. They're also missing one of their actual decent players, which let's be
Well,
honest.
it's
not
a
the
zombie with armor up value. That's it.
best. Hey, listen. A zombie with an armor up value can be really useful. You know why? That's a zombie that every turn can just keep one guy pinned for a very long time.
But we can't really dig out GW rules. He has another werewolf,
Yeah, he does have another werewolf, which is good.
and he has
It's
flesh
a level
elements.
1 werewolf, though, with no real abilities other than the basics, so it's not that good, but still.
To be honest, I think we can all agree on this. No offense to GW, but I'm afraid this one is an Amber Knight win, I would say.
Yeah, it definitely does not look in your favor, but hey, by us saying that, you might just win.
I'm going
He
to
might
disagree.
just suddenly roll
I
a
like
critical existence failure.
I like GW rules. He's going to get some inducements. And
yeah, he is, but I don't
I
think
really
that's
think-
going to be enough to tip the scales.
I think that he's
in this
actually
instance.
yes, he's actually lost more games, I think, compared to Oathmaster. I think he actually just knows the game better than Oathmaster. I think he's probably able to get some fouls in. He's probably going to get some punches in, and he's going to probably take down a lot of these players. Now, yes, the biggest thing is the freaking blitzers.
Doesn't he have like 3 blodgers? No, 4 blodgers.
All of his blitzers are blodgers.
Yeah, I think that in and of itself, considering he has no tackle, and they're blitzers, and also one of those blitzers has tackle and sidestep,
Yeah.
and yet another has mighty blow, and then we're forgetting about the blocker who has guard, or the 2 foulers on his team.
Well, let's be fair here. Okay, yes, the guard blocker is actually fairly darn good, and every single blitzer is obviously the best freaking guys in that freaking team. But if he can take out any of those blitzers, which can be very possible, Oathsmash is going to have a really tough time. And
He's not just gonna have a tough time, I don't think.
I'm going to say that GW Rule is going to win because he's going to get inducements. I think it's going to probably be a 2-1.
Look, unless he ends up getting another instance of a heart attack via fireball, I don't think he's gonna have a good time.
I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to win. So what do y'all say?
I feel like I'm reminded of that one comic, the one with the dog. Just, this is fine, as everything's burning around him.
Well, what's y'all
You're
score?
that dog right now, in my opinion. I'm gonna be honest, I think it's gonna be a 3-0.
Really?
Yes, I'm going that far. I'm thinking it's gonna be a 3-0 or a 3-1.
Dang. And what do you think, Black?
I'm going for a. Sorry about this, Stitch, but I'm going for a 4-0 drumming.
Holy crud. Y'all think he's going to score that much? It's not going to be that high of a score game. I can tell you that right now, just because how JW Rules plays. It's not going to be that high.
Well, the thing is though, as soon as that knight with the sidestep and tackle it has the ball, good luck trying to get it off him. Just good luck.
Basically, the second he gets the ball, he's just gonna slowly but surely make his way to the touchdown and just say, "Bye, have a great time."
You know, is that you can still surf Sidestepper. It just takes a lot of people.
Yes, you can, but it is... I mean, do you really think that if he focuses the players he needs to actually surf a sidestepper, he's going to need half of his team.
Well, either way,
Practically half of his team.
he
He has 11 players on the field at any time, and he's going to need 5 of them. 5 of them. And remember, his team is necromantic. He only has so many fast players.
Yeah. Like I said, I think Necromantic's gonna win. We're biased, or not biased, but we're at difference here. So
I think
we
you
gotta,
are biased, but
I'm
that's
not
besides
biased.
the point.
I'm not biased. I like seeing some zombies filing, and I think there's more people that he can file with. And yes, there's dirty players. That's not gonna lie.
You do realize that, yes, there's definitely more zombies to do fouls and stuff, but none of them actually have dirty player.
I know, and I just see that there's dirty player on there, obviously.
Yeah, guess who has dirty player?
I know, freaking lineman, which is great at fouling. I know.
Yeah, 2 of them. In fact, he also has a player named Dirty Player, which just by the virtue of him existing, gives him a bonus to fouling because I say so.
Your knowledge is nonsense. Well, either way, let's move on. To some orcs versus
Look, we don't even need to debate this. It's going to be a 5-0 or 4-0.
I don't think it's gonna be no 5.
If
I
it's
can
not
see
a 5 or 4-0, I'm going to be shocked, appalled, and disappointed in you. Okay.
You gotta remember though, and Glad could back me up here. My last 2 matches, Nuffle has really been giving me a hard time.
So wouldn't that by extension mean that surely this time it'll be okay?
Well, it's just your last turn. Just go ahead
the
and
thing is,
get all your touchdowns early.
Yeah, but to be honest, I mean, he's going to get inducements against me, which would be 110, which
Yeah,
is
you
no
can
surprise.
get a bribe, 2 Bloodwisers, or what? Extra apothecary, maybe some loner lineman or whatever. Also, could potentially get a bribe.
Yeah, but
You can't really get much.
Romkey is shouting that Johnny
Yeah,
will
but the
make a
biggest threat on
comeback
his
of the
team-
century.
Look, if he makes a comeback, you know what's gonna happen, Romkey? You're just gonna slaughter the poor bastard.
Yeah.
You know, I find it
Thing is,
fitting.
though,
I mean, I know this isn't really not talking about him right now, but Romkey is literally going up against Johnny in the last match, so it's definitely going to be fitting. The true noob who has played Blood Bowl for like a total of like at most like 12 hours or so versus Johnny, who will win.
yeah.
That'll be a
But
fun end of season thing.
The thing is, though, the biggest threat on Johnny's team for me is the Yeti. That thing is a nightmare for me.
Yeah, just foul the bastard.
Yeah, it's not
Uh,
hard.
Foul the poor
you do-
bastard.
Hard.
You do realize he's got claws, and that thing will rip my armor like tissue paper.
He also
It's
does not have
that
Mighty Blow.
bad.
Which is a blessing.
Yeah.
It
It
doesn't
feels
have
some-
Mighty Blow. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Just kill it.
And you outstrength this freaking team, dude. Yeah, you're good.
Look, all of his players have block except for the 3 players that actually can decently punch your team.
And he has 3 guys with armor value 6.
Yeah. Well,
Which he still
technically he
has
only
a
has 2.
5.
Well, 1.
Yeah, technically only has 1, but when they
There's
come
1
back,
coming in
they
the
have
match.
3. Why? That makes no sense.
Regardless, yeah, you're just gonna honestly, you're gonna pummel him. You've seen the last matches. He is literally he is working hard, and I mean this. He is working hard to beat me.
The
And
thing is, though,
I'm playing ogres.
the thing is, though, he does have a bit of a grudge and a score against me for a particular reason after what happened last season. What I did to his lizardmen.
Yeah, he does.
You got your sore skin boots. It'll be fine.
Oh, he's still sore. He's still sore about that. He is sore about that. What I did to him there.
Well,
Yeah,
can
he's
you
a bit
blame him?
livid.
Sauruses are really good players. You can't blame them. But I'm gonna say my score. I think you're gonna obviously win, but I think it's probably gonna be a 3-0. I don't think it's gonna be any more than that. But
Come now, let's be honest. Have we not seen the little trend? He's got a 4-0 last match. Okay, he got a 4-0 last match.
I
And
did
that was
too.
against you. Wait, no, that was the other one. He got a 4 last against the other one of the other big teams out there, the Amber Knights, and he actually managed. I'm honestly shocked he actually beat the Rats, but then again, they're rats, so let's be honest. That's not to expect. That's kind of expected. He got a bit battered and he's not won many matches. I honestly I'm going to be honest. Considering you're made to bash, his armor value is so low, and the fact that if anything, in my opinion, just Norse are literally just worse Amazons.
but
Like,
let
they
me
have a
finish
few
what I was gonna
gimmicks,
say before.
But
I already
Yeah, go
know
ahead.
that he's gonna probably win, but I would love to see nothing against you, Black, but I'd love to see Johnny pull an upset. That would be absolutely hilarious.
I mean, it would be funny, but we all know it's not going to happen.
We all have dreams. Mainly that's Johnny's dream, but we all have dreams, right?
Like unless Snuffle decides, you know what, I'm just gonna give the opposite of Vivian Aja levels of bullshit here, and just gives literally 1 upon 1, skull upon skull, to poor old Black. I just don't see it happening.
Well, either way.
Well, put it this way: if Nuffle does get involved and helps Johnny win, I think we can all agree Nuffle's got a bit of a bone to pick with me for some odd reason.
I mean, I think that we've kind of already got that idea.
No comment. But yeah, let's go ahead and move on to some lizardmen versus some Amazons.
Well, it's basically the classic match of will the Amazons get nice new ivory jewelry, or will the lizardmen actually go home with a nice full meal? I'm
Well,
gonna say this right
can I-
here. I really like you quite a lot, right? And I hope you do well. So I'm going to jinx the Amazons, and also because, let's be honest, I believe the Amazons are gonna win.
can I be honest? I'm gonna say a score right here, right now. I'm sorry, Bright, but I'm gonna go with a 3-0 win to the Amazons.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna say a 3-0, but jeez, I was more along the lines of thinking it's gonna be a 2-4, a 3-2, or a 2-1.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Well,
both sides. I honestly don't see any situation in which both sides don't get a touchdown, barring the
Wow.
whole bullshit.
Well, here's the thing, though, right? Yes, he has 3 tackle on his team, right? But here's the
Mhm.
biggest problem: he's got no block. And problem 2 for Paul Bright is he's got enough block and some tackles on the Amazon to literally run roughshod on the Skinks. Now, don't get me wrong, he can out muscle, Gojira, but unfortunately, because of the lack of block and tackle in the Lizardman's side, that could come to haunt him. I mean, you look no further than my game. I mean, with my blocks and tackles and my blows, I did a lot of damage, but unfortunately for Bright, he doesn't have that, and that's going to be his biggest problem.
Maybe.
And to make matters worse for Bright, BMS have got also inducements. So that's going to help them.
Death by
That's actually
Searsmith.
kind of sad now that I realize that.
Oh, I had to read that comment. That was hilarious. Futurama reference.
Eh,
Oh man.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. Bright has gotten a good chunk of good and bad luck with his team. He knows how to play Lizardman. I can definitely give him that. He's been getting some iffy luck here and there. Gojira is really freaking good. We can say that. He knows how to use the Amazons, and he has a ridiculous blitzer called Deborah.
yeah,
if he
that's
can-
the new Flandry of the league.
If he can take out Deborah, obviously it's gonna be a lot easier. But there's still
Actually,
3 guards with
probably more accurate, but eh.
but there's still 3 others with stand firm, or not 3 others, but 3 others with guard and 2 of them with stand firm. That's still pretty scary. But there's only 5 blockers on the Amazon team. There is actually 2 blockers on the Lizardman team, so there is still some block. And one of the blockers on the Lizardman team does have tackle.
Yeah,
Is that
but
gonna
this is
matter?
But this is the problem, though. Not really when you think about it, because if Bright did watch my match, and you've seen how I defended hard against Gojira, I tried, but as soon as those guard players get involved, it's like you had to find a way to separate them to get them away so you could deal with the rest. But that's the hardest part. Separating them, they will always stick together. That's the problem.
Kind of, sort of. I think that this it's gonna be tough for this man. Let's not be. It's gonna be really hard for him. But the guy Mighty Blow guy, which is the Croxigore, yes, it doesn't have block or anything, but that guy's super strong. There's other sources too, which are all. He's gonna be able to outbash him. He outstrengths him. He might not maybe outbash him. He's gonna outstrength him. He's gonna get better. He's gonna get more dice. Maybe not better dice, but he's gonna get more dice. And if you have 2 dice versus 1 die, obviously it's gonna be a lot easier with 2 dice. You're gonna get a lot more pals,
Well-
if not pushes.
Well, Bright did say though his trump might try and kill Deborah, which I'll let him try.
I mean,
This is why I
let's
laughed.
be honest. If anyone can do it, it'll be Trump.
Yeah, that'd be great. See Russian Trump do it. Oh man.
I mean, let's be honest. This guy, Russian Trump,
Yeah.
he is the top CQC expert of all of the league.
The thing is though, right? I can't say it on YouTube because I know if I say it, I'll probably get Poor Glad banned. So I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say as a joke. But there's a way you can do it. All I can say is grab swing a pawn, and you probably will get her.
Oh my fucking
Oh
you know what?
gosh.
Come on, it had to happen.
I mean, I'll give you that it was definitely the right moment for it, but just I just let's be honest though, like just okay, I
That was a messed up joke,
Jacob-
Bright. I mean, not Bright, but Black. That was a messed up joke.
to be fair though,
yeah, but
like just to hype.
but Joe's laughing his ass off. I can hear him in the background just laughing.
I'm not laughing actually.
I am. It's still funny.
I'm definitely smiling because it's a stupid joke and it's actually funny, but
But I would like to see Bright win. If I don't think it's gonna be a freaking stomp down. I think it's gonna actually be a fairly decent game. I think it's probably be a 2-1. Either side winning.
Honestly,
Oh my
if
God.
Woody
Tie.
genuinely
Oh my god.
won-
Guys, I'm sorry I have to interrupt, but there's something that Dai said in the YouTube comments.
Let's see here. I'm going to read out his comment. I
Oh,
wasn't
you
allowed...
get Glad banned.
Yeah,
What?
you should stop it.
Excuse me? Nani, the fuck?
You don't want me to kick you out of chat now, do you, Eternal?
I don't know what to say then. But yeah, honestly, as Ronky said, Trump will force those illegal Amazons back to the jungle where they came from.
Eternal,
gonna
I've been reading the
build a
entire
wall.
time. I just
He's
haven't
gonna
had a chance to
build
say
a wall
anything.
using their bones, and it's gonna be 10 feet taller. It's gonna be
Oh my
10
God.
feet taller.
Why do you think I was cautious what I was saying? Because I don't want Glad to get into trouble.
Man. If I get in trouble, y'all gotta make me a new freaking YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, look, Difel, I know you want the whole thing of, hey, I'm still ahead in the leaders. I'm still better than human. Yeah, you won't be for long. Trust me. I'm gonna make you a dwarf team in like 1 or 2 matches. So, yeah.
Y'all two keep on freaking talking about that stuff. I don't have time to read all the stuff in chat. And plus, I'm talking about other teams. Speaking of teams, let's talk about some ogres versus some what else?
You know, the fact that I'm not getting inducements and he is says a lot about this match.
No, I couldn't believe when I looked at this. I thinking, no way. And I mean, even with the bloody hell, how many loners is he gonna get?
A lot.
He's missing 3 players from his roster that would be needed to have a full 11 team, plus 2 others, because they have missed next game levels of injuries. So he's getting not 1, not 2, not 3, not even 4, but 5 loners.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
He is, for all intents and purposes, Fubar, and I'm just gonna make it worse.
I would say his only saving grace is his war dancers. That's only Ben's saving grace.
That literally is his one and only saving
Well,
grace.
his catcher's becoming really good though.
Yeah, but just his catcher is just fucking gonna die. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna kill the poor bastard.
I'm gonna kill him.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Well-
I honestly, this is just, I kind of feel bad.
Considering,
I mean,
and considering,
honestly, at this point, I think he's a fellow member of Despair.
Dang.
yeah,
Oh,
and
man.
and the thing is though, you gotta look at the point as well. Nuffle has really screwed Ben over royally in the past few games. Let's be honest.
Yes, he has.
It screwed him once. Maybe finally it'll stop. Or
I've
maybe
got
it
a
won't.
feeling. And considering the fact this is you know, Joe, you are more likely to go foul crazy when you get a chance on any of those top 3 players.
Oh yeah, I am. Let's be honest, I'm literally not playing to win, I'm just playing to cause despair. Who cares if I lose? My point is just to ruin someone else's chances of winning.
That's the main point of ogres.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I mean, Ronky's called you the Church of Despair with you as the priest and the ogres as the clergy.
Oh, that is a fairly accurate description. I mean, I
Dang.
have called myself the embodiment of despair, so you could even say that there's a little thing that I am, and that is the Antichrist of Despair.
Wow.
Or the Christ of Despair, or something along those lines, at least in this instance, but yes.
Well, I am going to be
Yeah.
honest here. I like
Yeah,
Ben.
Pope works
I think that his loners are going to get utterly destroyed. I think there's probably going to be a wood of them might be dead in the brackets over there. But I think he's might be able to stuff out a win.
Let's be honest, I'm going to be honest here. I don't think I'm going to win.
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
Exactly. I think it's probably going to be it's going to be close though. I think it's probably going to be
The
a 3-2.
irony is, though, while I don't think I'm going to win, this is probably the match I think I have the best chance of winning.
I mean, if you
That is
knock
one
off,
of
like, kill off
everyone.
his entire team, then you probably will win. But like I said, I think it's going to be a 3-2. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a high scoring one, probably.
If I do win, that's just gonna be ouch, because if I win, that means either all of his players are dead or almost all of his players are dead, and I just
Yeah.
didn't have any more players to punch.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna go with a 2-1 win to the Ogres.
Okay, fair enough. Fair
2-1
enough.
win for who?
Ogres.
Oh, wait,
That's what-
what?
That's what Black said.
He actually said that I'm going to win.
He did.
Who are you, and what have you done with Black Templar?
What? Look, I may be the some people call me a demon incarnate, and a chaos demon incarnate, but I'm a pragmatist and I'm optimistic at times.
You see, you have too much hope. That's the issue. I'll look forward to crushing it when we have our match.
Oh gosh.
And show
We'll
you
see,
the
little-
true ways of
We'll see, little boy. We'll see.
Who are you calling little boy? Because honestly, compared to despair, you're nothing at all. And I know that I am best because of despair that I will unleash upon
Hey,
you.
Black, you're giving him too much credit. He's more like a snotling.
I'm not a
Oh, God.
Starling. I'm definitely not a.
Oh god! Come on, guy. You trying to? If you're gonna, I know you're trying to roast the boy, but I mean, it's not like compared to last week's little roast match between me and
That
Bryce.
was
hilarious.
hilarious. He
I
put
mean,
you in
if you're gonna
place.
try and do a roast match, do it right. I mean, if you
I
want,
wasn't
can
trying to
retort.
roast in here. I mean, I'm just trying to add.
Would you
on
like
top
me
of
to
the fire.
retort? My retorts are known to be very intellectual.
I'm good.
And let's move on to
Okay,
the final game, gentlemen, which is the goddamn rats versus the Secklin family. And all I can say is this:
Rats!
your government's, you government's been a prey to Nuffle that the dwarves don't get a hold of you.
I'm
Yeah.
going to say this here. The rats are going to die.
Oh gosh. Well, it's a possibility, a really good possibility, but there is different things that we gotta consider. Yeah, there's a lot of tackle and there's mighty blow, and there's a strength 4 freaking hobgoblin still. I'm happy that strength 4 hobgoblin's there. Oh, that's great.
That would be better than a strength 4 hobgoblin,
A strength 5 hobgoblin.
a strength 3 noblar.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Either way, we could just pretty much sum this up as punch, punch, die, rat. Right?
That is definitely a good way of just short and sweet and doing it. Because let's be honest, if there is one person who has been beaten up just as much, or fairly as well as like the only person who's really suffered in terms of like bash losses is the rats. Like
I mean, there is
like
the
in
wood
terms of like
elves.
bash losses, you have the wood elves who have just Nuffle has truly cursed them in terms of injuries, and then you have the
Oh.
Skaven who have taken a decent chunk of damage.
Here's the thing. We know that the goddamn rats are going to get some inducements. That's a given, right?
Yep.
If I was him, if he has enough, get a goddamn chainsaw and just hack the dwarfs, because chainsaws love dwarfs.
No, I lost too many already. That's what freaking Grim said.
Wait. You mean to tell me that you have not? Are you saying you haven't had? Are you saying you haven't had enough to spare? I think he's saying he hasn't had enough to spare. You need to
Gosh
give him
darn
more to
this
spare.
guy.
Give him more to spare.
Black, can you make a despair freaking snow?
Hey,
cone
do you
for
have
this
any
guy?
concentrated liquid despair? We need to shove it down his throat.
We need to give that to freaking
God.
Pirate Joey here. Ah! Either way, I mean, I know how both of these players play, especially Scythe. I know how he plays. He really doesn't care. He just likes messing things up, just like you do with your ogres, but a lot less caring.
Excuse me. What do you mean by a lot less caring?
He doesn't care.
Like, I really don't care about any of my players at all.
He
except
doesn't
for
care
the
about.
one.
To put it this way, I'll put it simply. He can make a masochist look tame and blush
Yeah.
way Scythe handles his team.
Pretty much.
I mean, I mean, I get that, and he's definitely proven that to me. Honestly, I'm kind of sad because he would be so good being a disciple of despair. But
He just doesn't care if it was despair or not. He don't care.
yeah, he's just the embodiment of apathy. He truly there is a reason why he picked a Nurgle team. Because he realizes life is shit and there's nothing you can do about it. So why care about it? He is literally a Nurgle worshipper. There's nothing else to say. He's just literally a Nurgle worshipper.
Oh man. I'll make
Oh,
you
by the way,
squeal like an orc. Oh man, I didn't even see that comment. He actually did a thing against orcs. If you look at his team,
Who said that?
he wrote down, "I'm gonna make you squeal like an orc."
Guys, I just you changed that because what happened in our last match? I made you squeal in pain.
I'm just gonna say this here, by the way, since we may as well. Best passer is an orc.
I just think that's funny seeing Chaos Dwarfs having that as their motto. I'll make you squeal as an orc.
I honestly feel like this is just cursed. The best passer is an orc.
What's wrong with that?
The best passer is an orc in a league that has high elves.
That is true.
And they have over a 3-point lead.
That is true. Oh god.
That is cursed. That is just cursed.
Oh man, serial killers. What? Russian Trump is the top serial killer.
Speaking of like best punching bags, and also there's a reason why we say that the wall just got 10 bones taller. Best punching bag, A Peaceful Life, the strongest snotling. To be fair, it's tied, but still.
Yeah, so I mean, didn't Bright say to you, Glad, that if he kills a person, he's gonna commission you to make a throne for
if he
Russian
survives
Trump?
the league and kills another person, he's gonna commission a throne.
Yeah, Bryce said he's going to commission me with Russian Trump as like a skink on the top of a bone throne with all different types of bodies and whatnot that he's killed.
Can I give you a suggestion, God, if he does ask that? You know the skink, right? Put a quaff and a Russian hat on top of it, and there you go, you're set.
Oh man.
Come on, it would fit the. I mean, come on, it would fit the bill, and you never know, it might turn
he is
into a
Russian
meme
Trump,
someday.
so
if
he has
people
to have
get
Russian
that
stuff.
Let's be
That's
honest,
why
though. Russian Trump is probably the most memeiest member of the league.
It's hilarious.
He has embraced he has become just like his real life counterpart, a meme.
Yeah.
A small meme considering the size of the league, but still a meme. A meme.
Well, either way, we didn't ever say a score for that game. What is it going to be?
Oh, it's gonna be I'm gonna say this right here. It's gonna be a 3-1.
3-1. Okay.
I think he's gonna get steamrolled. The Rats.
Really?
I think the Rats are gonna get completely steamrolled and have a 3-1.
Wow.
I'm going for
Dragons.
I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Black here. I think it's gonna be a draw.
Alright, if you're sure.
Oh man.
If you say so, Professor.
Let's be honest, we're not.
No one's gonna get that
here.
reference.
We're not professors.
No one's gonna get that reference.
No, we're not. So.
I'm sad you don't know of Leighton.
Yeah, but regardless, I hope y'all enjoyed the stream. Thank you two for joining me, and we'll definitely see all of you in the next live stream video for this analysis.
Before you go, do know that there is something extremely important that I've almost forgot to mention.
Oh gosh.
To any and all who happen to be here and are still watching, and whom are part of this league, I'm looking for followers of despair.
Well, I hate to break in, guys, but the match has just kicked off between Ulf and GW. They've just kicked off.
Woo!
Oh shoot.
Well, that's a nice thing to,
So, y'all take it easy. I'm
So
gonna go watch
basically,
that
guys-
game. Yeah. Take it easy. Later.